All right, so the title of this video is Timbaland calls today's music boring and bland and says ain't no well-known artists whose music moves him right now. I saw this on my Instagram feed this morning when I came back from the gym and thought, "Oh, this is a cool video to react to, and this is something that I've been saying for a while now." So, let's watch the video and then let's just talk about it.
Pressure.
Yeah,
It feels new.
so funny you say
I
that.
don't want to hit, like, I don't feel like, honest, man, we editing all this, right?
Yeah, we are.
So,
On God.
I just don't feel like ain't nobody moving me this already that we know. And I think y'all feel the same way.
No, 1,000%.
Because I feel like everybody goes through it. I feel like it ain't nobody's fault but just the world or what's going on.
Yeah,
I feel like you can feel the pressure of the dividedness.
Yeah,
And I hate that. And you can feel it.
you can feel it.
You don't see no reconcile to this whole election is dividing us.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And when I mean by that, it divided the music sound bland, it sounds boring. And which we talk about AI and artificial intelligence, but shuck, that's the only thing that has appeared right now.
Yeah.
That you can create something and just express your true feelings and it comes out beautiful. But, I just feel like right now, everything just discombobulated, which aligns with everything in the world. Like, ain't no song right now, and y'all gotta admit, it's grabbing.
Nah.
Ain't no thing song. I can't name one right now. They have a pure soul right now.
All right, so let's talk. For the record, I think he's talking about mainstream artists, the ones that's at the forefront of the industry. He's not talking about independent artists that's under the radar, independent artists who still trying to find their audience he's talking about mainstream artists like, whoever is at the forefront. All right, so let's talk. So how do I put this? I made a video about this a while ago, and I'll probably link it in the description. Like today's music, even like no matter the genre, pop music, R&B, whatever, anything else in between, everything is depressing, and it's depressing. A lot of music today has an agenda. No one's talking about getting married. Nobody's talking about finding love or being in love. Everybody's talking about, don't need a man this, don't need a man that. Everybody's talking about creating soul ties this, creating soul ties that. Like there's nothing of substance anymore. Like I remember when you would turn on the radio and it would be about something. It would actually have a really good storyline. Lyrically speaking, there's no bridges in R&B music. Like what happened to bridges in R&B music? Like nobody, I don't know. So there's nothing of substance anymore. Now I stopped listening to a lot of mainstream well-known artists like in 2021 only because I realized that none of this music is edifying to my spirit and to my soul. None of it. Again, everything is talking about sex or it has some type of demonic agenda. And, I'm sorry, I'm a Christian. I love God, but I can't listen to your music if you mock Christianity. I'm sorry. I can't and I won't. So I have to make sure that whatever music I listen to is edifying. It helps me grow. And I was just talking about this in that video. But as far as the boring and bland, I mean, everything does sound the same. Like everybody sings the same. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but like there's a lot of like cursive singing where pop sing. And this started out like in the 2016, 2015, where people would just like singers would like round their words. They were like they would like curve their words. I don't know. Like everybody sounds the same. Like I don't know who some of the like R&B pop girls are. Um, let me see. Let's see. Pop girls 2024. Okay, some of these people I've heard of. All right, obviously Taylor, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa, Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter. One of my students, my voice students, told me about her like way back in 2017. I think she started out on Girl Meets World, like the spinoff to Boy Meets World. Anyways, there's Billie Eilish. I know some of her stuff. Her and her brother do a lot of production together. Tyla, I'm not too familiar with her music, if she's even pop. I know she does like a lot of Afrobeat type stuff. Now there's this artist, Chapel Roan. I didn't even hear of her until the Grammys a few months ago. And I like her sound. It's very 80s. It's very like Madonna meets Cyndi Lauper meets Christina Aguilera. That's what she reminds me of. And so she has a song called Pink Pony Club, and I like it. I really do. I just like the production of it. Just because it's like this big 80s, pop song. She's different. I wouldn't say that her music or she's boring or anything. But excuse me. Yeah. So I just, and that's just with the pop girls. Now with the R&B, there's Money Long, there's Victoria Monet, there's those girls. But I mean, like, there's really nothing of substance. But I mean, this commenter here, I think it kind of goes around in circles. Everybody says this every 20 to 30 years. This commenter said, people have been saying this for decades. I remember being a kid in the early 2000s, and all I'd hear were adults talk about the 70s and 90s. And, as the decades do progress, so does the golden era of music. A lot of this is just nostalgia. And he has a really good point. If you're a millennial who grew up in the 90s, if you were born or if you were a millennial, you were born anytime between like the 80s and 90s, then you would agree with what Timbaland has to say. And I'm a millennial who was born in the 90s, so obviously I agree with him. I grew up listening to Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, all these other people. And obviously the music is different. He said something about AI. I couldn't really understand what he said. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not sure if AI is a problem or will be a problem one day. I'm not sure. That's just one of those things where I'm not really sure about. Yeah. And he also did say that today's music does reflect the times that we're living in. And that goes back to what I was saying. Like, I was listening, and I talked about this in my other video. I was listening to one of my favorite singers that I grew up listening to, and me and her are about the same age. And I checked out her new EP or album or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm excited. Haven't heard any new music from her in a while. And I listened to the music. I listened to the album. Sonically, it sounded good. Production wise, harmonies, vocals, everything was great. Only thing was, it's a reflection of the current times we're living in. Like, I don't want to listen to your album if all you have to talk about is creating soul ties. You don't need a man this. You don't like, I don't want to hear about that. I'm really starting to think that really nobody wants to hear about that, especially if you're in your 30s and 40s. Like, why are we still making music like this? It's concerning. And this is another one. Nobody want to be there. Nobody want to be themselves. And that's another problem. I think another reason why music is boring and bland is because there's no more artist management. Artist development. That's what I meant to say. There's no more artist development. Labels, they don't really, structure artists the way that they used to, you know, 20, 30 years ago. Another thing that plays into this is everybody cares about followers and likes, and nobody really cares about the music anymore. People, all they care about is how many followers they have, how many likes they got, how many views they got, all those things. So there's nothing of substance anymore. This is why, I listen to current artists today. Like, obviously I make music, I'm an artist myself. But I don't listen to a lot of mainstream artists. Not how I used to. And if I do, they're artists like Tori Kelly or Money Long, or, those types of artists at that caliber. People will be talking to themselves on social media. I don't know what this person means by that. I don't know if, I don't know. I'm gonna just keep going, but I think I know what he is trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what y'all think. Music is not what it used to be anymore, and it's boring, it's bland, or it has some type of agenda behind it. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think.